Welcome to FintechTV. I'm Remy Blaire. Well, Wall Street is pricing in a massive premium for the AI revolution, betting billions that agentic AI will drive an unprecedented productivity boom. But while CEOs rush to deploy these tools, a dangerous blind spot is forming in the enterprise. Proofpoint generates about $2 billion in annual revenue and provides security services to more than 2 million organizations, including 80% of the Fortune 100. And joining me here live at the New York Stock Exchange today is Summit Dhawan, CEO of Proofpoint. Summit, great to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Well, first and foremost, when it comes to artificial intelligence and basic security, I understand that you have said that it's akin to handing the keys to the castle without checking the locks. So tell me about this.
Well, if you think about these agentic AI, it's got a huge promise for improving productivity and, of course, tons of bottom line performance for businesses. But AI agents, they tend to mimic humans, except they have one fundamental flaw. I kind of call them, they're like my drunk aunties at a party. They just don't know what to keep secret and what not to keep secret. AI thrives with information. It's like fuel for AI. But it doesn't know how to safeguard it. Okay, and that's the fundamental potentially deterrent for adopting AI in a mainstream fashion for every enterprise, because revealing information without safeguards through AI can become a huge challenge, not just for compliance purposes, but also for sensitive business information that can potentially leak to competitor hands, or even in the wrong employee hands can lead to just bad outcomes for the business. And that's what cyber players like us, Proofpoint, we're focused on providing protection. We today protect humans, and we are now extending our platform to protect both humans and AI agents.
Yes, so I really like that analogy there. I'm sure that is something that all of us can relate to.
We all have those, right?
Indeed. But when it comes to agentic AI as a technology, you mentioned industry. So when we're talking about, say, the financial services industry or even healthcare, there's a lot of sensitive personal data that is involved there. So what do you think needs to happen when it comes to agentic AI and basic security in the enterprise?
Well, I think first of all, what I'm starting to see is in the boardrooms, the conversation about adoption of AI and the governance of AI is starting to happen together. Okay, it's sort of, you can't do one without the other. I would say that this is something that security leaders and technology leaders, all the way up to business leaders, need to lean into by providing the right governance, because I don't believe the technology itself is any longer a bottleneck. The AI technology is ready or can be developed very, very quickly. It's just a matter of how you adopt it, which is more change management, and how you govern it. And those are the aspects I always encourage business leaders to incorporate as part of their operating committees or sort of board governance dashboards. And to me, that's the right way to adopt the AI.
And when we're talking about risk mitigation, the question now is not if, but when. So when something happens, say a breach or a violation, what do you think is the role of, say, leadership, whether we're talking about CISO or the CEO or even the vendor here? Who takes the fall?
Well, to some extent, if the compliance and the rules are set up for businesses to always protect certain type of information, whether it's PII information, and in every industry. And today, there are both policies, governance, risk committees, as well as technologies that are handling that quite well. But those need to be extended to AI agents, and the responsibility of that lies within business teams and the board and the governance. They need to take the accountability on it. Of course, technology players play a role in providing the foundational technology, but at the end of the day, it's the business leadership and the board that takes the responsibility of being compliant.
And I do want to talk about best case scenario as well as worst case scenario when it comes to AI security blind spots. So walk us through this.
Well, the worst case scenario really comes down to potential breaches that can lead to a fundamental resiliency issues in the businesses. Businesses have become now more and more digital, and you start seeing a potential issue that occurs with technology that brings the business to its knees and it can't serve its customers, it can't bring revenue, it can't process certain aspects of revenue operations. Now you're going to have AI leverage this digital infrastructure as a layer on top and is going to be operating with all of this digital technologies and data in a completely different way. What can go wrong is a lot of things. The number of interactions just explode with AI.
Yeah.
As a result, the risk surface area explodes with AI. Now, by no means that should be a reason business leaders stop adopting AI. It just means that a lot more things can go wrong by adopting AI, because AI, unlike human, is not afraid and can't just do things because they know or have learned what's the right thing to do. So bringing that level of governance has to be done through a layer of technology along with AI to make sure just this risk that AI creates doesn't become significant, because AI can bring the business down to its knees. It is leveraging the digital infrastructure and is potentially creating a huge surface area for both threats and data loss.
And finally, Sumit, before I let you go, tell us about the vision for Proofpoint. What's on the agenda? What's next?
Yeah, listen, Proofpoint, I would say we have, we created this concept of protecting people from inbound threats and making sure people don't accidentally or maliciously leak data. We call it human-centric security. And the business has done quite well in that. We protect, as you said, 80%, more than 80% of Fortune 100. Globally, we continue to grow. And it's kind of like AI fighting AI. We have AI technology embedded into our solutions that's fighting all of these threats that are being targeting people, that are being created by AI. We also saw Anthropic saying that the model was used to create AI. Now, what we are doing is we are extending this platform, the power of this AI that we have built into our solution, to protect not just humans, but also humans and AI agent. And we call it human and agent-centric security. And it's something that makes sense because AI risks are similar to human risks. AI gets attacked similar like human. We all get social engineering. We've all seen that. Yeah. AI, it's called prompt engineering. Okay, AI can lose data, humans lose data. Humans can run bad code, AI can run bad code. So it's very, very similar issues because AI is supposed to mimic humans. So that's our vision. Extend and deliver to our customers what we do with human-centric security to now human and agent-centric security.
Well, Sumit, it was a pleasure having you here at FintechTV. Thank you so much for sharing your insights as well as your perspective.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.